Welcome to the DRF Watch. Don Lupul here from Woodbine, and I can't believe it. It is finally here, coming up on Saturday, the 159th running of the Queen's Plate. And we know so much more than we did before because the draw took place Wednesday morning. Field of 16 have entered. Morning line favorite number 10, Telekinesis, at 5-2. My counterpart in crime, Jeff Bratt, caught up with Alex Campbell of the Daily Racing Forum at the draw, and they have everything you need to know about this year's Queen's Plate.
Alex, how much did we learn from the plate trial and the Woodbine Oaks presented by Budweiser? The times were very similar.
I think we were able to separate kind of the key contenders coming into this race. Obviously, you have Telekinesis, the morning line favorite, Wonder Godot, and Dixie Moon are the top three choices in the morning line for the Queen's Plate. All ran great races that day. Like you said, the times were all similar, and so it's going to be tough to separate those horses when you kind of make your final selections, but we look like we have three legitimate horses coming into this race, and they all drew well, so it should be no excuses, I think, for those connections. They should be able to get great trips and run their races.
So let's talk about that a little bit. The starting gates, the auxiliary gate's going to be on the inside. The main starting gate's going to be on the outside. As you said, a lot of the key contenders have drawn well. Dixie Moon will start from post position number 7. You know, a horse that's at some portions of her career has been forwardly placed, but recently has been a little bit more productive coming from off the pace.
Yeah, they've really been able to get this horse to settle in her last couple of races. Obviously, you can throw out the Appalachian start at Keeneland, then back here for the Celine, and she was really comfortable just kind of sitting off the pace. Same trip in the Oaks and was able to hold off Wonder Godot in the final strides. So I think all three horses are going to be aiming for that similar stalking trip. It seems like the speed drew inside, and they're all outside, so it seems like they should all get an ideal position heading into the first turn, and then just try and stay clear of the big bulky field here, 16. So trouble could find a couple horses in this race, but those three horses should be in the clear, and like I said earlier, there should be no excuse trips for all three, so may the best horse win.
Well, Alex is so right. Trip is going to be so important in this big, bulky field of 16. So many prestigious connections entered here, none more so than the Samson Farms. If you want a little history of the Queen's Plate, just Google Samson Farms. It'll take you down the most wild trip of memory lane that you could possibly travel. Let's catch back up with the guys and find out more about the Samson entrance for this year.
You can't have some Queen's Plate talk without some discussion, Alex, of the red and gold of Samson Farms. They've got Say the Word and Strike Me Down. Let's first, we'll start off with Strike Me Down. And the tail of the cat seemed to be on his way to a victory and got caught late. I'm a little bit disappointed he wasn't able to win that race. What about you?
Yeah, we probably would have expected a better finish from him. He was clear, like you mentioned, and just got caught at the wire late. But, he's a well-regarded horse. He's well-bred, as most of the Samson Farm runners are. Ran up here on a windy day. Broke his maiden quite nicely on the Tapeta, so he's got experience on the surface. Well-bred, like I said, and should be in with a shot on plate day.
What about the other Samson horse in this race, that being Say the Word? Maybe not as accomplished as the stablemate coming in.
I do like the fact that he's won at 1 mile and 3/16, though. I think it's the longest distance any of these plate horses has won at before, so he should have no problem with 1 1/4 miles. And like Strike Me Down, he has experience over the surface. He ran a strong allowance race against older horses in his most recent start. Beyer was in the 80s, so that fits with a lot of the key contenders in this field. So I think both Samson horses are in with a shot.
It's been a fun trail here on DRF Watch, profiling the contenders for the Queen's Plate, which is coming up Saturday, June the 30th, 2018. For more information, you can visit drf.com.